Say that again.
Snails are down the side of the road.
Snails. Today we're in Ambleside and we're off to do a hike up on the hills. Ambleside is full of these sorts of shops selling camping gear and hiking gear, and it's a really busy little town. We were here a couple of Sundays ago, still school holidays, and it was absolutely heaving, especially up to the waterfalls, which we're going to go to in a minute. So almost immediately out of Ambleside is a path up to the waterfalls, which is busy. With cars as well as walkers, because there's lots of hostels and things up here. But it's a Monday today and it's September. And once we get past the waterfalls, it should be a lot quieter because most people don't venture much further than that. Yesterday it rained and rained in Calmforth where we were. It was about 15 or 20 mils of rain, which is a lot, and we thought that the waterfalls up here would be absolutely storming, but they seem to be the same. And the weather in the lakes is so unpredictable. You can get a weather app that shows you the weather in the lakes on the top, in the middle and down below, and it can be different from one bit of the lakes to the other. I've never known anything like it. We're at the top of the falls now, and this is as far as most people come, but our way lies through here. And the sun's out. Glory be. Ooh, straight down into a bog. Over there is Scandale Fell. But our fell is up and over this way. So today's walk's not particularly long, it's going to be about 8 kilometres in total, but it's quite steep. Oh, look, there's a baby Highland cow. He's so sweet. They're very docile, these cows. Even Henry doesn't have to be worried about these. Actually, you know, I was saying about collecting water from that brook. I don't think I would downstream of these. No. Come to think of it, you need to be higher up. There'll be a lot of poo going in there. It's their own drinking source, isn't it? They've all got mullets, haven't they? Yeah. The first part of the walk up here is quite nice. It's evenly spaced and reasonably easy to do. getting towards the top now, and it's getting really windy.
That's good. Blow us up to the top.
I'm going to save you the view for when we get right to the peak. It's a great view, isn't it?
Yeah.
Completely different weather up here. It's like, I almost feel I'm getting blown off the top. That's Ambleside down there. We've just come around the top of the top, and we're completely out of the wind now. And I can see that somebody has had a little camp here, which would be an absolutely perfect spot if you didn't have a wind coming from the west, because that's the west, southwest, and that does tend to be the prevailing, but today it's coming from the north, so you would have to have not much of a wind to camp here. But what a spot, imagine. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to do that this year, because I doubt if it's going to be warm enough for me after this, but you never know. Time for a cup of tea while we're out of the wind. Okay, if you put the lid on and I'll hold it. It's trying to set fire to you. Wow, what's that? That was a bit hectic, wasn't it? Oh, it's because it's on its side, isn't it? I don't think it likes it. Pop the lid on, my love, otherwise...
Yeah, I will, but I'm just aware that you need two hands for some of this stuff.
Let's see. Can't remember which is the ribosche. I think it's that one. The one with the grass seed in it.
I think it's that one, yeah. Well, what are you having then?
Earl Grey.
It looks red.
We're just making our way across to the next peak now, which is only 5 meters higher than the one we've just done. So we haven't got to do much more climbing. Down a bit. I mean, that was actually quite steep. We came down there. And it's a bit of a quagmire here. But with the trekking poles, you can sort of run across the wet bits. And the wind is completely gone at this point.
Sheep there.
Oh, is there? Oh, yeah. Hello. I love these little steps. Gonna go and talk to your little friend. And here we are at Baystones. Our second peak today. Not that they're very high peaks, but peaky enough for us. I've just spotted a tiny little pool H. We can get some water from it. Beautiful dragonfly. He looks like he's drying his wings out. Can you see him? Hiding in the grass there. It's quite late for them, I think. I don't really know. Beautiful. He's lime green and black. He doesn't look terribly happy. I mean, he keeps getting his wings wet, so maybe and his whole body's in the water, so maybe he's coming to the end now. Maybe he's done his thing. Summer is ending. Ooh, there we go. We just met a really nice lad from Bristol who sat with us for a while, and we told him that the view was really good over there, and he's literally running over there. He's with a load of friends and they didn't want to come up. It's his last day, so he just came up by himself and he's literally running across the hills. Nice to see. I don't know if you can see, but over there, there's a dead straight wall going up the hill. It looks like it's been done with a plumb line. Amazing, these walls. Although I guess a lot of the mountains have had to be quarried to make them because they're everywhere. And the other thing is there's lots of tree planting going on here. And we've seen that in a lot of places up here this year, around the countryside, when we've been on the train. And I guess that landowners are getting paid to plant trees. I hope they are, because it does seem like a lot have been planted. And hopefully they get their payment when the tree's a couple of years old, because you need it to survive past its first year or two to count. But there's lots here. I wonder what type they are. I'll have to go and have a look. Definitely going to need the trekking poles here, right? Oh well, yeah. Okay. Okay, well, whatever's in there hasn't survived. Let's see what's in the other one. Oh, that's better. That's still alive. It looks like they've planted 2 saplings. I'm not sure what it is. Can you tell what these are, H? It's really difficult to tell when they're just saplings like that, isn't it? And these ones are going well. Still not exactly sure what they are, but they're all well alive.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
They do mean business, because these are really solid. I mean, quite often you see saplings planted with a bit of plastic around them, but these mean business. And that's 4 out of 5 so far that are still living, so that's a pretty good percentage.
10% on planting.
10%, yeah. There's lots over there as well. That's good to see. Beautifully sheltered as we come down this path, and there's a footpath here where you can go straight up to Wansfell and then down to Ambleside, so it's much more direct than the route we took. Straight up and straight down, but we're continuing down to Troutbeck that way. That's not walking normally.
Mistakes people make with trekking poles.
Oh, I see. Walking like that. Looks like somebody's lost the bottom of their trousers. They're going to have one chilly leg, aren't they? Well, no, they probably took them off and put them in their rucksack and then dropped it. Beautiful cluster of buildings down here. I guess it's maybe originally a farm with a few other houses clustered around. Now that's marketing. Can never resist a tea room. Nearly down to the bottom. It looks like Teletubby land down there, doesn't it? All soft rolling green. We've got some blackberry tart to have with our cup of tea. Because as it's Monday, that tea room will definitely not be open, because they never are. And they always shut by tea time anyway. Oh, and I've just seen some weather building up behind us. You can see the cloud building up in columns behind the hills. It is due to rain a lot tonight, so that's what that is. There we go, my love.
I'll leave it there.
Rye Bosch with boiled fly. There's been almost no blackberries up here this year, but I did manage to get just a few the other day. Slightly underripe and a bit small, but I made a nice almond and blackberry pie with them. Beautiful down here. It's all green and grassy and ferny. We're coming out into that little farmstead. Wow, it's so pretty down here. This is definitely quintessentially English, eh? Especially with that flag flying. Henry got a new rucksack the other day, and for those of you who know about these things, you'll notice that it's an Osprey. It's almost new, and we found it in a charity shop for £7.99. Can you believe it? Henry couldn't. We ran straight back in and bought it. Red squirrel area, you're supposed to report grey squirrels, or red ones. Thank you. Margaret's well. That's good to hear. This is a roof that's gone higgledy-piggledy. Well, I'm guessing this is Troutbeck. Although, I don't think you'd see many trout in that beck. It looks a bit small.
This is the beck.
To Windermere, 16:15. What's the time now? It's about 4 o'clock, isn't it? Perfect. We decided to walk down to the next bus stop rather than wait 20 minutes. And I think that this is Troutbeck. This is much more trouty looking. It's wide and shallow and... yeah. Well, we're back from our lovely walk now. We've really enjoyed it, and I treated myself to an aerial map of the Lake District to go up with our other map. So that'll be something nice to look at and to plan future trips maybe. And this is where we walked. It looks tiny on here. Over there, up to there, and back round again. Just that. And there's all of those others to explore. And now it's time to wind the boat and make our way back down to Lancaster. I have to go back to Brighton for a week to do some work. But before we do that, while there's still some sunny days, we're going to do one more peak, the highest we've done this year. Probably not very high for a lot of the hikers out here, but it'll be high for us, and that will be on the next video. So, have a good week, everybody. See you on the next one. Bye for now.
What may be done. Have you never heard a way to find the sun? Tell me all that you may know. Show me what you have to show. Won't you come and say if you know the way to blue? Have you seen the land living by the breeze? Can you understand a light among the trees? Tell